speaker for the day is Mr. A.K. Ganguly, who is a noted advocate, senior advocate at the Supreme Court. Sir was designated a senior in the year 1996. 86. Oh, my apologies. 1986. Apologies for robbing you of those tenures, sir.
You really look young, so I think
exactly. So is a noted lawyer of eminence, and his practice stems from commercial laws, taxation laws, to very noted constitutional cases as well. Sir has also served as an arbitrator at the International Chamber of Commerce and has a very wide practice in arbitrations as well. Sir is a very regular counsel representing parties, as well as an umpire, as well as an arbitrator presiding over very important international commercial arbitrations. I'm sure his valuable insights on this subject are going to make all of us wise. Sir will be addressing us on the topic of dispute settlement under the constitutional amendment concerning the GST.
So I can well imagine what is my position. Now, before I come to the dispute resolution, I want to give a little bit of my perspective of why this GST, why it all came about, what is necessary, what is relevant, because a lot of subjects have been spoken to, federalism, federal concepts, fiscal federalism, all kinds of issues. All of you know that I am trying to recall in the context. See, globalization is a phenomenon which has occurred. It is no longer, is it okay? Is it working? Yes. Is it okay? Now, globalization, we all know, is no longer a buzzword. It has happened and it has affected each one of us and in every sphere of our activities. We just simply cannot deny it anymore. As it affects individual, it also affects the government. Whether it is the central government or the state government, it is affected, as I said, every walk of life. So no sooner India became a party to the Dunkel's Club. There is a nice background to that. There was a lot of opposition within the country when it was proposed. And as you know, the treaty making is the business of the central government, it is exclusive power. The states have no power to enter into treaties. So when the central government was contemplating signing up the Dunkel's Club and endorsing it, and became party to it, many of the states raised their eyebrows and said, concerned, look, this is going to rob all our rights if we allow the central government to do so, and where is the power of the central government to do this kind of, take this kind of risk? The reason was, the treaty to which the India was going to be party was an executory treaty. It will no longer remain in the classical norm of treaty being first signed, then ratified, subsequently legislated upon, etc., etc. That was going to have its own effect right away, moment you signed. In fact, I happen to have appeared in a very important case which was filed with the state of Tamil Nadu in the Supreme Court, invoking the power at provisions of Article 131, questioning the power of the central government to execute the Dunkel's Club and to be a party to it. Their main point was that if the central government executes that document and India becomes party, the state would lose a number of areas of its legislative powers, particularly, for example, in the agricultural sector. Health is most important sector, and quite a few other sectors. But health was prominently taken, on the forefront, because that's specifically a state subject where the central government doesn't come in at all. So they said that this is our exclusive power constitution is given to us under, list 2. How can the central government, by signing an executory treaty with foreign entities, rob us of our constitutional right? So although you have the power, you need a backing of a law. So first elect a law under the constitution, let the parliament elect a law, and under the backing of that law you can. By executive action, you can't make it a fait accompli for all the legislation of the country. Now, I happen to be the counsel in the matter, and I piloted that. There are 6 very important constitutional questions were raised and framed. Matters were referred to a bench of 5 judges. Why I am mentioning about this is that even in such an important issue, eventually Tamil Nadu was sort of persuaded by the central government by nicely nudging them that look, what is going to happen is now inevitable. It was no longer possible for any nation to insulate itself and remain isolated from the rest of the world. All of you spoke about the concept of state sovereignty, etc. Now all of us know very well the impact that globalization has had on the concept of state sovereignty. It's no longer what the classic international law has told us or taught us. And the weaknesses of the international law is no longer what it used to be. What we used to think that international law is not a law at all because it has no enforcement machinery, it has no sanctioning machinery, nothing of the sort. Now all that is gone. You take an action which is contrary to your WTO and all the tower agreements, there are hundreds of so many of them, including further agreements to interpret those agreements. If you read all of them, you just cannot breach any of them in any manner. Then you are brought under the dispute resolution mechanism under the WTO and you are answerable, and not only there is a judicial decision taken by those bodies, the WTO itself monitors the decisions and their implementation. And the best part of it is, which is not available in the earlier incarnations of any of these GATT, etc., is that enforcement ability. The state which is a party to these agreements is bound to counter. And even a small state, a small country can raise a dispute. So quite often you will find the issues before these dispute resolution bodies are raised by some ones, Brazil, India, Japan, some of them, and you will find whole host of countries are joined together to fight back big battles of most developed countries and most prosperous countries like United States, for example. And there are many cases where such parties have succeeded against United States, and those countries have to reverse their laws, legislations. So much is the case. Look, we live in a world of that time. So you have to view all these developments of what we are seeing today, GST. It is revolutionary in the sense that when we started the Constitution in 1950, nobody ever thought about it. Nobody could ever imagine about it. The distribution of the legislative powers, which including the fiscal powers, was the cornerstone of the kind of federal structure that we devised for ourselves in the Constitution. But as you know, ever since the birth of the Constitution, the states have always been dreaming that we are on the loser side. We have not been given enough of right to tax because the lion's share is taken by the center. That's what the state has always been feeling and complaining about. So much so, the state will stick on for small taxes like upfront. And so bothersome that they will never give up. And the latest is they are still not out of it. Whatever Mr. Anwar has said today, I am glad his perception has changed completely since part of the GST regime. Very recently a matter was heard by a bench of 9 judges in Supreme Court on the validity of the entry tax. You will be surprised with what vehemence the state argued with their sovereign power of taxation. And surprisingly, the central government, which is now, and also the GST Council, were talking about what is called harmonized national market. They were arguing just to the contrary before a constitution bench. And they were told, look, GST is coming, these taxes will be subsumed there. There will be no entry tax anymore. Why should we have to take this up? But see, the money is possibly sweeter than anything else. So they said, no, look, if I can hold on to something in the past that has accrued to me, let me stick on to that. Central government supported. Because that was maybe a political reason, I would assume, not so much of legal reason. But that was just about the time when this GST, this constitutional amendment was to get through, and this you needed the support of 50% of countries, otherwise the amendment was not to go through. So the central government took really a somersault. In the first, initial stages of raiding, they were saying that no, this is counterproductive, but they changed this time. Eventually, the supporters, yes, state is supreme and sovereign, you can't touch the levy of the entry tax. But see the impact of it, when you come to the realities, all of you would realize, if you go to buy some fruits, I don't know how many of you go to the market, not that I go every day, but I do keep a tab on the market, sometimes I do go, so that's for your information. I'll give you one example. You go to a fruit market, you want to buy some, apples. You are amazed to see the varieties of apples that is being sold, maybe in a local pot or in a roadside, by a roadside vendor.
It's unheard of.
Unheard of and unthinkable for a few years before. And then we could never imagine such a thing. We only knew two varieties, either from Shimla or from Kashmir. Kashmir lost many years before, thanks to so many other problems. So we were blessed only with one product, that is apples from Kashmir. Now, do you realize the consequence of it? Today, when you ask, Vijay Kumar, when you go to a shop and ask him, the shopkeeper tells you, look, this is an apple from Australia, this one is from US, this is from China. You are amazed. What does actually in effect in reality mean? You realize the plight of the small, poor brewer in remote part of Himachal. He is worse at being sold simultaneously. Who is the fighting for? A fighting with the other. He is position globalized now. He has to fight a market of that kind, where he has to compete against all these international players. So that's the reality. So therefore, it is of great significance that you have to have what is being contemplated by this exercise of GST to create a harmonized national market. The entire effort you have heard of this to detail, I am not going to go into. I just only wanted to give it this. Now, every good thing must also keep in mind that there are possibilities. After all, any institution, there are going to be some difference of opinion, if not a dispute. And as Mr. Alma rightly said, that right now the issues have been raised, not one or two, hundreds of them, but they have been very ably, I must say, all credit goes to all of them, being resolved by mutual discussions. Now, it is possible that there could be a genuine difference of opinion amongst the members of the council, which includes the states and the centre, and the difference of opinion may be to an extent that they could not be resolved by mutual discussions. What happens then? One of the mechanisms to which attention was drawn by Mr. Anwar is that the model law which they have now framed, I don't know whether it's the final, it is just possibly the first draft model law that has come.
The second draft is in public domain, and the final we are working on.
Yeah, so therefore it is still not final version, it is still as semi-final or semi-semi-final, whatever it is, there that stage. Now, as I understand it, appellate authority and the national tribunal that is being contemplated under this are the judicial forum which will adjudicate upon disputes between the enforcing agencies and the parties who are affected. That is, those who will be registered as the dealers, service tax payers, or the GST payers. It's a dispute between them.
Between two states only.
Between two states, it is not contemplated. The provisions don't contemplate because it is an agreed purchase. From the first, it says that there is an order. Again, under Section 7, you have an authority which can pass certain orders. When those orders are appealable, then it's further appealed to the National Tax Tribunal. So this appeals, etc., will arise out of enforcement of the Act.
We give it the right between two states also. This time we have.
That's not in this.
In this draft it is not.
That's what I'm saying. It is not there. What you are saying is something else.
Yes.
So at the moment, what the GST Council has suggested or provided for their model law is a resolution of disputes between the enforcers of these laws and those who will be affected. That is the dealers. Let's put it that way.
Because the amendment itself uses two places, recommendations and implementation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, no, I don't go to the constitutional amendment. I'm on the draft. I'm not in the constitutional amendment. among the draft model law, which I understood Mr. Agrawal saying that provides a mechanism for resolution of dispute between the states, no, it is not. That's what I was only trying to clarify. So if there is a genuinely a dispute, if at all, ever arises, then the earlier incarnation of this amendment, that is the bill, the earlier bill, that provided for an insertion of a new article 279B. That was a serious attempt to provide for a mechanism of resolution of dispute, and that is almost in the pattern as you can see on the article on 31, etc. But there is a lot of a lot of gaps in the sense. If you read that provision, what was envisaged, it was not all kinds of disputes. It was restricted, very limited. What it said was a dispute or complaint referred to by a state or the government of India arising out of, these are the restrictive words, arising out of a deviation from any recommendation of the Goods and Services Tax Council. So if someone is seeking a deviation, rather, someone else has deviated, that might give a cause of action to some central government or to the other states to approach this adjudicatory body. Not any other kind of dispute, which means it presupposes that the decision of the council is actually binding. It doesn't say so, but it is treated to be binding. And in the event someone seeks to deviate from that decision, instead, that becomes a dispute, and that dispute or a complaint, it's in the language like interstate water disputes act, that the state can complain to the central government, raising a dispute. Says here is a complaint, he raises a complaint, and that goes to this particular adjudicating authority. And that again further it is conditioned by two more conditions. Further two conditions are right. Only that he can urge that this has resulted, this deviation has resulted in a loss of revenue to a state or to the central government. That is one cause of action. So we have to establish that the deviation by one state has resulted in loss of revenue to me or to the central government, or it affects the harmonized structure of the goods and service tax. That is something very difficult to comprehend, because how it has affected the harmonized structure, I mean, it's a subject to demonstration, but they are very restricted. So the disputes are not just I don't like to follow you, I don't like to follow, or why should another state do something like no. It was structured in a manner that everyone will follow one agreed method, no deviations at all. If you are seeking a deviation, you can raise a complaint dispute, but restricted to this that all deviations need not necessarily be give rise to a complaint. If it does not affect ultimately your revenue, no complaint. Or if you are not affecting the revenue, but you are really destroying the structure on which the GST plant is based, then also you cannot do it. So this was more to secure uniformity. This resolution mechanism, what was contemplated, was a mechanism to in place at that time. They thought, if it comes in place, it will secure the efficacy of the structure without being disturbed by anybody. In order to secure that, protect it, it's not so much of adjudication of disputes, really speaking. It's the other way about. How to protect this GST structure that with a great efforts that they have been able to build. With so much of consensus, can you imagine it is happening in this country? 2 or 3 of us together will not agree on anything. So many of them had to get this. And that too, on a scenario that they have to sacrifice their taxing power. If the world is shout, we are at the top of the world, that look, sovereign power, how the hell you touch? They are giving up. Somebody can question them, then are you abandoning your constitutional rights? Who has given you that right to do so? But Constitution itself is given, because it is done within the constitutional mechanism. But the fact that they are doing it, they are giving up their right itself shows that this is perfectly working. Our Constitution has been, all of you are very familiar, you have described it in very many ways. You call it a quasi-federation. You call it more unitary than federal. All kinds of expressions have been used. The point is that we have a unique Constitution. It's a federation which has a background. It's not just come only 1950. It is not under a different kind of course, the federation that was contemplated originally didn't work. But some sort of a federation, even within the British India, did work under the 1935 Act. The federal state concept never came in, as you know. So the larger federation never happened. That's why it was a big challenge for India to integrate the 600 odd small states, to bring them on board to become one country. That was the biggest challenge. So that was the dispute resolution mechanism contemplated. But now, and there's another thing, that provision also provided for exclusion of jurisdiction of all courts other than Supreme Court. I'll just come to that. With the exclusion of jurisdiction is a really troublesome, provision, and some little background I'll give to you. Now, under the amendment that has taken place, that provision has been omitted altogether. There is no such mechanism at all, except an enabling provision in Article 279A, sub-article 11 or clause 11, as we call it, that enables the council itself. It says that Goods and Service Tax Council shall establish a mechanism to adjudicate dispute between centre and the state, etc., arising out of the recommendations of the council or influence. It is now little wider. It does not restrict it, as the earlier provision was. It says the dispute may arise between the centres and the state, broadly speaking, arising out of